going on? What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Y'all, we're making it over this hump. I'm excited about it because I made it. And if you're watching me, or if you're gonna watch me, you have the opportunity to say that you made it too. That's a great thing. That means we still have purpose. There's still a plan for us, and I'm excited about it. I'm trying to wake up. So I'm just joking. No, how y'all doing? Come on in the room. Do me a favor. Hit that share button. Hit the like button. Comment. Let me know how y'all doing. Talk back with us. Tonight I have a phenomenal brother. Not to just me, to the city of Cincinnati, to every neighbor that he meets. He meets no stranger. He's no stranger to the game. And I'm excited that he took some time to spend with me on this Wednesday, y'all. How y'all doing? Come on in the room. We're having a great conversation tonight. Y'all, we talking about what makes a great dad. What makes a great dad? For some of us, that answer goes so far and wide. But tonight, we have a great dad. I know it for sure. We have a great dad with us on tonight who's going to talk with us. His name is Donny. He goes by D-Mob, and his last name is Harper. If you put it all together, you got Donny D-Mob Harper, the owner, the sole proprietor of Good Company, known all over the world. That's a fact, and I'm excited that he took some time out. So let's get Donny on real quick. We don't have to waste any much more time. Donny, come on, say
Hey,
hi.
hey,
Did you hear that? I
hey,
woke up. I woke up with that in my spirit, and I
hey,
told you I just was asleep.
hey, hey. Nah, the intro is amazing, bro. You,
Yes,
you made me feel good. You made me feel good.
yes,
I'm
no,
like I'm doing some stuff.
no. If anybody, you really doing some stuff though, bro. Like for real, like you really are. Like, so how you doing? What's going on? How are you?
Man, I'm really thankful, man. I'm really thankful. Excited about just the things that's to come that God is doing. Um, excited to be on this podcast with you, man, on the show to talk. And just to give some game, man, give some wisdom, give some encouragement. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Thank you for what you're doing too, man. To
Oh, no.
giving a platform to other people, spotlighting other people, man. That's what I love, man. That's what I'm into, and so it's good when it's reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? It's so
Definitely,
so. Thank you,
definitely.
man. I'm
No
good.
problem, no problem at all. I was actually at an event. It was like the Black Women Cultivating Change event. I feel like that was it. You were on that panel.
Yeah.
I've heard you speak plenty of times. You know, I've seen you minister plenty of times. It was something about that. You sitting on that panel though. Like I don't like you shifted that whole panel. Phenomenal people that sat on that
Sure,
panel.
for sure.
But
Sure.
when I tell you, every time you spoke, it was like, what the heck? Like I
Man,
don't. I felt like, do I even know that guy? That guy was like dropping wisdom. Like it was like, oh my god. But
man,
phenomenal. I just want to tell you, phenomenal. I didn't get to see you
man.
after, but
Yeah.
phenomenal job on that panel.
Thank
But
you.
just jumping in, we're celebrating Father's Day this month.
For
We're
sure.
excited. Shout out to all the fathers out there.
Yeah.
Kudos to you.
Yeah.
Um, but you built a brand. So you built this brand, Good Company.
Yeah.
But what values come behind that? Like with you, like putting it like for fatherhood because
Yeah.
you're a father, you built your brand while being a father.
So,
But what values like coincide together, comes together when you think on Good Company?
so that's a good question, man. And the main value that my brand brings to the community is it's a problem solving brand, right? It's not something that's just fashionable. It's not something that's just stylish, right? That looks good. And all of that is subjective anyway. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? I can think it looks the best, but somebody be like, it's cool, right? And that's to each his own, right?
yeah.
But my brain goes beyond a look or just being positive. It actually solves a problem in our community, which is the message of being around good company is not reiterated. I've never seen it to this day. If you take away my brand, Good Company Apparel, I've still never seen a billboard that said, "Hey, remember, watch the people you surround yourself with." You know what I mean? I still haven't seen it to this day. So it adds value to the community and to the people who support and to the people who wear it. We're reiterating a message that's necessary. So keeping
Mhm.
good company, you know, and then you take the O out that's in parentheses. You know, we're suggesting while you're trying to keep good company around you to even know what that good company looks like, keep company as well.
God.
And God will help you navigate what good company really looks like. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
I go in, you know, I'm a life coach, so I go into schools every week and I talk to these kids about keeping good company, right? That's the main, bro. I don't care. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I was riding with my daughter one day, and this was when she was younger. She was younger. And I know, even as an adult, don't text and drive. I know, right? We've seen billboards, don't text and drive. We've seen commercials, don't text and drive. I know better, right? I was riding, we was driving somewhere and we came to a stoplight. And somebody texted me. So at the stoplight, I picked up my phone, I'm reading the text, and the light turned green, and I'm finishing up my response to the text. So I'm creeping because I don't want to go fast, because I'm like, let me finish this real quick and put it, and then I'll put my phone down, right? So as I'm creeping and I'm finishing my text, my daughter immediately says, Dad, put the phone down. We driving now. I immediately put the phone back down before I didn't even finish my text. But I say that to say, this is the whole purpose of my brand. Out of sight, out of mind. Somebody can tell you the right thing to do, but if you don't see a reiteration of a message that's vital, it's kind of hard to keep those commandments. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the thing is, I had somebody with me who held me accountable. And it wasn't the billboard that I see. It wasn't me even knowing that texting and driving is wrong. It was the company I had with me that held me accountable, bro. So my daughter could have allowed me to do something that could have ruined our lives, but she didn't. She spoke to me and she said, Dad, put the phone down. And I immediately put the phone down. So that's the value that my brand adds to the community and to the world. And individually, it's an accountability brand, right? We're not just saying, hey, keep good company around you, watch the company you keep, but it's like, be good company.
You
know what I mean?
That makes a difference.
Be that as well. And so for my daughter, she was my good company. I had to reciprocate that by being good company. You know what I mean? I had to
love
it towards her.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't put her life and my life in danger. So that's the value. That's the value of what good company, you know, adds, man. And especially
I love it.
In the clothing industry. You know what I mean?
I love that. I love that. And so we jump straight in. So I jump straight into the questions. But kind of tell us, and you don't have to go too deep if you don't want. It wasn't in the like questions that we sent you ahead of time. But tell us your story, because I know there's a story behind you. You are a father, so that's one. That's the reason why you're on. Definitely one of the pub good company, because we keep in good company around Poppy's Therapeutic Corner. But so and actually, we probably need to get with you, because I actually know that you put like we can brand our shirts with good company.
For sure, man. Definitely.
I've seen people do that.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I've seen people do that. So Jen's watching right now, so that was just a shout out. So the owner, she can know that we can partner with good company and keep it as well. Man. But anywho, no. So tell us your story though, because you're a father, you're a husband, of course, friend, brother, all this other stuff, but father.
Yeah.
So tell us your story. I know your story, but tell it.
Okay, so from what perspective? From me being a father, or just
your journey of being a father, your journey in the sense of how you got to fatherhood,
okay.
you know.
Okay. Yeah. So we know how I became a father.
Well, we know how you became a father. I want to go too deep in that, bro. Like, no. So come on now.
We know how that happened. You feel
we
me?
know how that happened. We know how that happened, guys.
So here's the backstory. So my first child is my awesome daughter Jasmine, right? She'll be 25 this year, man. She's graduated from TSU. She stays in Tennessee right now, and she's amazing, bro. She is. I'll start crying talking about my kids, you know. So I soon as I kind of committed my life to God, I met this young lady named Ryan, and you know, we had Jasmine. And so as a new believer, I didn't for one, I didn't have my father in my life.
Mm,
I didn't have my dad. So the streets
mm,
kind of raised me. I had my mom until I was 19 years old. And my mom passed away from cancer. And so I had to go back and live with my grandparents because I stayed with my mom and my stepdad. Now, you
mm,
know, step parents can be really great, but it's still not your father or your real mother. And so he never really he was there for me.
mm.
With my stepfather, I mean, greatest, I wouldn't ask for a better stepfather, except one who would have, I guess, did more in grooming me on what manhood really is. Like, I never had no sit downs. Like,
Yeah.
this is how you manage money, right? This is what hard work looks like. This is what consistency look like. This is what planning out your life for your family. Once you have that, this is what it looks like, right? I didn't have that. Um, so when I had my daughter Jasmine, I remember writing in her book. You know, we have these had these like books uh that you write little notes in and stuff like that to your daughter, put flowers in, first pictures, all that stuff. And I just remember writing like, I would never leave you. Like, I will
Mm,
always be here for you. I remember writing that. And I've always been there, right?
mm,
So me and her mom separated. I think Jasmine was around 6 months
mm,
old. And what I really think happened, and this is no slight to Ryan, her mom, but I was a new Christian on fire and I was trying to live right. I just came from sleeping with, you know what I'm saying? I came from that lifestyle. So it was kind of hard to cut everything cold
yeah.
turkey, which I tried to do though. In my heart, I really was like, I'm not on. Matter of fact, when I met her, here's what's crazy. When I first met her, I asked her like, "You be having sex?" Because I was trying not to.
You weren't trying to go.
I
You weren't
wasn't
trying to
trying to
go. You
because
weren't
I
trying
was
to go.
trying to do right by God. I really was. And I think my zeal for God, she wasn't where I was
Hmm.
at the time, right?
Yeah.
And so I think my zeal was a little much for her,
Mm.
right? Because I was trying to do everything,
That's the thing.
come to church, like I was bringing her to church, all that. And she wasn't against that. But I think my zeal was too much for her to handle
Mm,
at the time, you know. So we separated, and man, I just knew I wanted to be a dad who was in his children's life
mm.
forever, you know. And so um fast forward, I meet Sierra, my awesome wife, you know what I'm saying?
Woo!
Shout
Shout
out,
out. Go
shout out
CC.
to BF, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
My heart, my everything,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So this time around, I was able to do it, you know, the way
Mm.
God would plan for us. You know what I mean? So we got married. A couple years later, we had twins, Caitlin and Devin, and then a little over a year, so almost 2 years later, then we had Micah.
Mm.
And so, um, thank God, man, that my kids are all growing up. They all love the Lord. You know, they're rooted and grounded in Christ, man, and that was the most. I felt like I won. Them having a genuine relationship with God
Mm.
made me feel like I won as a father. Like, that's the inheritance that God was talking
Mm.
about to make sure that we leave for our children
Yeah.
is a relationship with Him. It wasn't money. It's not
Yeah.
finance, because He's not concerned with the things of this world, right? He's not concerned with that. I could have left on money and no relationship with God.
Relationship.
He wasn't talking about that inheritance. Like, that's wrong, right? And so I feel like I've done what God, for the most part, what
Yeah.
God wanted me to accomplish as an active father. You know what I
I
mean?
love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. The and again I'm going back to that panel discussion at the Black Women. Y'all had to been there, like, because I don't even want him to repeat the stuff he said
I
because
was
y'all
good.
missed it. Yeah, y'all should have been there.
It was good.
But no, so when you think of the phrase though,
Okay.
great dad,
Mhm.
what qualities? I've heard some things already, but what qualities or actions come to mind? Like, so basically, like, has have your definition over time evolved? But anyhow, like, what's your thought of a great dad when you think of that phrase? Like, that's where I want to stick.
Yeah. I think a great father is someone who takes accountability, who has integrity,
Mm,
right? Somebody who's humble enough to apologize to their kids when they're wrong,
mm,
right? A great dad is somebody who is um, proactively trying to push their kids to be the greatest version of themselves with no strings attached, right? Like, I'm not trying to live my life through my kids.
mm,
I'm not trying to make my kids do what I want them to do, but I'm trying to make sure that I provide them with the options so they can decide to do what makes them happy.
mm.
You know what I mean? Success
Yeah.
to me for my kids is, for one, to have a relationship with God, because when all this other stuff fail, and a lot of things will fail you in life, right?
Mhm.
People, jobs, all that stuff will let
Oh,
you down. As long as you have a relationship with God, you'll be able to make it through those times.
mm,
Um, so I think that's what a great father is, man. Just a father who will listen, a father who is not judgmental
mm,
when your children drop the ball, right? A father who is stern um, in his discipline, right? And one who is able to support his children in the things that they're doing, man. So at the end of the day, I think that's what I would have wanted. It's just somebody who would guide me and not give up on me, though.
mm.
You know what I mean? Like when I do run rampant,
Yeah.
it's it's to even if I do become the prodigal son, you know what I'm saying? It's like to keep looking out for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't close the door and say it's over for him. Like, nah, come to the door every day. Open that mug. Look, like, is he coming back yet? You know what I mean? And I
Go
think,
looking.
yeah, go looking, man. Never giving up on me. You know what I mean? Because as what I had to realize is that I'm imperfect myself. And I think a great father, parent, has grace stored up
Mm,
for their children to be imperfect.
mm.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
we're all trying to figure this thing out. We drop the ball with God frequently, and we know what we should be doing, right? And so I have to allow my children to make mistakes, correct them, right? But I can't stamp them as this is who they are
Yeah.
because they had an imperfect moment.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I have to allow them to have a testimony as well. I mean, we all have testimonies. We all have been astray. We've all, did some things that God is not pleased with, but God has never left us nor forsaken us, man. And I have to remember that as a father, that you're not gonna get everything right, that you gonna frustrate me, you gonna get on my nerves, right? But a good father is one who will continue to build their children up, right? Continue to speak life into them and allow them to have their imperfect moments.
Definitely. And so going back just a little bit, because I do know a part of your testimony saying like you haven't not having had a father.
Mhm.
Like what did like I know that helped shape of course, the person that you are today, the
Yeah.
mindset that you have, like because of course you want to always do the opposite of what you kind of experience. But like, what is that like? I mean, I've been there in the sense not having the active father.
Mhm.
Thank you God that I'm not. It's like I almost said thank you God I'm not a father, but I am one,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
godfather. It's like,
Yeah.
but
Right
anyway,
on. Right on.
but no. So like, what did that do though? Like how did you get to this point? Like did you like I know it took a lot because I know you just didn't come off like not hard type situation. Like
Yeah.
did you like do therapy? Like what was it like to get you to this point that you are today?
I had to, first of all, I had to forgive my dad.
Mm,
Um, and I didn't go to therapy. I just really applied the principles of the Bible,
mm,
right? God said forgive. And
mm,
so I didn't need an extra person to tell me to do that. I didn't need to
mm,
go to see somebody for them to tell me to do what God already told me. Not saying that it's bad, not
No, no,
def-
yeah, 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 yeah.
definitely. I'm speaking
Yes,
for me, right?
yes,
I just went back to the Bible and I said, I need to forgive so I can be forgiven. And I just asked God to show me what what a good father looks like. You know what I mean? I had to say, yo, help me in my imperfections, help me in my inconsistencies, show me what a good father looks like. And it really just went back to the word of God, bro.
mm,
God showed me, he already displayed, my brother Jesus already showed me what love looks like. For me, I didn't have to go ask nobody what love looks like. He demonstrated it.
yeah,
If I went to his word, and I through life experiences, none of my homies, the people I grew up around, bro, none of us had a dad, bro.
yeah.
In the hood, no, it was probably two people out
Mm.
of my homies that I knew who had a who
Uh,
when we went to their house, it was a
yeah,
father,
their dad was there. Yeah,
like their real dad, like
yeah,
their dad who,
their dad.
not a stepfather,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And so I didn't grow up learning about manhood from I grew up from in the streets, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And that's screwed. That's skewed anyway,
Mm.
right? And
Yeah,
so and the cats who I did hang around who had kids, him they it was separated. Like it
yeah,
was it was
yeah.
married, right? So it was like I had this I didn't have this clear. My grandfather and my grandmother
Yeah,
was two people who stayed married until they both passed. That's the example I
yeah,
seen. That's the only example I seen. Um, but man, it's just like you have to depend on who you can depend on for something
mm,
like this, because being a father is something that's forever changing. I said the
yeah,
top four hardest things I ever had to do in my life was get through the death of my mom at
mhm,
19 years old, be a husband, be a father, and be an entrepreneur. Them
mm,
last three, you never have figured out.
yeah.
You're
'Cause it's
learning as you
changing.
go. It's
Yeah,
always
that's
changing.
changing.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So for me, man, having God at the center of my life really helped me to be the father that I am today.
That's what's up. Like, and the crazy thing is like just going back, like the back in the day, D Mob, like I'm talking about like man walking the room on fire, leaving on fire, going to sleep on fire. I wasn't there when he was going to sleep, but you could tell that this man just stayed on fire. Like it's crazy to see. Like, I mean, it's not crazy. It's amazing. It's a blessing to see like you now. It's crazy. It's crazy because dude was like, oh my god, like all this energy, like on
Yeah.
stage, off stage, like, and then now you're a father. Well, you were a father then, but like
Yeah.
on a father, like who's like so active, like and it's so forward. Like we see this stuff. Like I don't know. I guess that's showing that I'm a follower. But I see
Thank
it. I see it. I see it. I see it. And it's a blessing. It's a blessing because we don't see that active visual picture
you. Mm,
of us
mm,
being as forward, and it's a
mm.
blessing. That's a blessing to be able to do it,
No,
and
it really is.
and your children to stay 10 toes down. That's my dad.
For sure.
Love and like public. They gonna show public displays and all that stuff. Like you that guy. You that
Thank
guy.
you, man. Thank
So
you, man.
I do want to ask one more question, and I normally ask like before we get off, like if you could drop like some kind of form or like of knowledge. I call them a gem. Drop a gem for us to like last from today to next week. So
Yeah.
before like we get off, I do want you to do that.
Okay.
But what's one lesson you hope your children or the next generation carry forward about manhood, leadership, or legacy?
It's okay um to express your emotions, but not to make decisions off of them.
Mm, mm. Can we get that typed up? It's okay to express your emotions, but not to act off of them. Yeah, can we get that typed up? Because we need to write a book about that. But yes, sorry, go ahead.
Emotion. This is man. Listen, I just had a conversation with my oldest boy Devin about emotional intelligence.
Mm,
Listen, if people who know me, I have no problem crying in front of anybody. I'm not insecure about who I am. Right? I walk in rooms, I don't cower, I walk with my head up, right? And I'll cry in a drop of a dime. And it does not mean that I'm not a man because I use these tear ducts that God gave me. Right? I don't want to project that you soft if you cry or if you wear a certain color that you're not a man. That's what I really want my boys to realize and to understand, that you can be confident in who you are and who God created you, right? And you don't have to put on this front. Always, if you have an issue with somebody, you owe them the opportunity to let them know, not to come at them crazy, right? But anybody tell you, if I have a problem with you, you will know. I'm not coming at you gangster. No, but I owe you the opportunity. Right. I look at it like that. You know how somebody can be mad at somebody, but they like, I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to. It's like, no, that's not fair. You have to let people know, because you will never have the cop out of, man, I ain't even know you was mad at me. I ain't even know I offended you. You won't have that, because I'm gonna tell you,
I'm gonna
right?
let you know.
I'm gonna let you know, because what I don't want to do is stamp you as being a jerk and you had no idea you hurt me. I don't want to stamp you as something you're not because I didn't get confirmation from you on if you're a jerk or not. I want to hear from you. I want to hear like, nah, I did it on purpose. I did it on purpose. Like, okay, now I can say you a jerk because you really hurt me on purpose.
Yes.
Right. So I don't never want to run with a lie. And so I would want people to give me that same grace. If I've done something, tell me. That's not my heart. And I might not even know I offended you. So those characteristics, integrity, like do the right thing when nobody's looking, bro. Be honest. As much as it may hurt. I always tell my kids, you can hurt me with the truth or kill me with a lie.
Oh, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? Which one you gonna do to dad, man? You gonna hurt me with the truth? I can bounce back from being hurt, but don't kill me with a lie.
Yeah.
Don't kill me. I don't deserve that. You know what I mean? And so those are the characteristics that I want my boys to have: is to be confident in who you are and to always have integrity. No matter if you right or wrong. If you wrong, admit when you wrong. It's okay to be wrong, right? Even as an entrepreneur, man, I missed the mark. I missed the mark. I might send somebody the wrong size shirt. You know what I mean? Like, these things happen. But the thing is, people are not so concerned about you getting it right 100% of the time. They're more concerned about you making it right 100% of the time.
How you fix it.
Just make it right. Just take care of me, right? That's how you build trust with people, is honesty. And so that's what I want my boys to know, all my kids.
I love it. I love it. Really, y'all, I'm telling you, I'm speaking it over because he hasn't done it yet. But when his book comes out,
Yes.
y'all support this man. I'm telling y'all.
Thank you.
Because it's gonna be a good read. This is Oprah telling y'all this is gonna be the book of
Come on.
No, for real.
Oprah's Kerry's favorite things. You know
there
what I'm
you
saying?
go. There you go. This is the wish list. Y'all go get it. Go get it. Go get it. But
Sure.
no, you do have good apparel, good company apparel.
Yeah.
So we can get that. I do know you in Kenwood, but if you can't get to Kenwood, there's ways that we can shop, right?
Yeah. Goodcoapparel.com. GOODCOAPPAREL. Goodcoapparel.com. And we got Good Father tees on our website right now for pre-order. Literally, this episode is about good fathers.
Good
we have
fathers.
a right now that we do every year. We do Good Mother and we do Good Father for this month. And we will only do Good Fathers for this month. So jump online and get your dad a good father tee. The reason why we started doing this is because we get socks and drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it. Maybe a tie. Maybe a tie. We don't wear ties no more, but
you know what I'm saying? But a good father t-shirt, man, says a whole lot. And it's something that can reiterate with him and resonate with him every time you put that bad boy on. Like, man, this is what my kids think about me, and I'm letting the world know that this is what they think. You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing who I am.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
I'm wearing myself. I'm wearing what my kids think about me. You
I
know,
love
so
it.
hop online, pre-order that joint
Get that
ASAP,
shirt.
or they be
Yes,
gone.
get that shirt. But you go on there, you can shop. I'm talking about hoodies,
Yeah,
jackets, all this stuff, hats. Like
sure,
you see
sure.
him now. You see him now. He's that guy. But
Thank you, man.
before we get off,
Yeah.
drop that nugget. You already done it so much over and over, but something that we can hold on to get us through the week.
Um, don't give up. Don't give up on God. Don't hold God accountable to things he never said,
Mm,
right? Um, know God for yourself. Read the scriptures for yourself if that's what if you believer, you read for yourself, right? You build your own relationship with God, and you don't have to depend on anybody to make that connection with you and God. He's there for us. He loves us, man, and he's always there. You know what I mean? He never leave us nor forsaken us. And remember to think the challenges that you are facing are only for a time, right? Everything has an expiration, even your challenges.
mm.
So don't give up. Don't give up on God. He won't give up on you. He's able.
He's definitely able. That's it. That's it. That's it. You heard it from that man, a proud man of God, a proud father, husband,
For
and
sure.
he's getting back into the music game too, y'all. I heard
Oh,
it. A little birdie told me that you're
come
getting back
on.
into the music game, bro.
I
Like,
am, man. I actually got a concert coming up June on the 20th of this month.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, bro. Yes. So Friday, June 20th, I'll be performing at Agape Love Ministries. You can actually get your tickets right now. The tickets are a donation. You can pay whatever you want to come and rock out with me. I just dropped a new album that's streaming everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. It's called Revamped. D-MAUB, D-Mob, Revamped is my album. Go check out my album. This is what you do. Go check out my album. And if you want to come to the concert, give me a donation based off of how good you think the album is.
And you're
It,
gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I'm
thank
telling
you.
you. You're gonna
June
love it.
20th. Come rock with me,
I did
man.
not know that. I would
Come
have
on
been
down
told. I would have told the producer to put that up. I didn't know about that
and I apologize
because,
about that.
but
Yeah, I should have said.
no, because I told her to shout this out, but
Yeah.
you starting your podcast back up as well. There we
Yes,
go.
yes, get it together. Get
Yes.
it together. We got our first episode coming up. We drop our episode every other Sunday, first and third Sunday at 6 p.m. on our YouTube channel. So go subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/at podcast get it together.
Get it
Podcast
together.
get it together. And that's our Instagram too. Podcast get it together. Go subscribe. This is our third episode. We got 2 episodes up already. One with
Oh,
comedian Mark Gregory and Vernon Jackson, the barber here in the city,
oh,
man.
Vernon. Okay.
Yeah. So I already got 2 episodes up on our YouTube page. Go subscribe, support.
Yes.
The next episode, which will launch this Sunday at 6 o'clock, is with NBA basketball player Corey Blunt, who went here to Cincinnati, UC. Man,
Yeah.
he got a crazy story. Him and my bro Floyd Walker, Pastor Floyd Walker,
Oh yeah.
together. So we're interviewing them. It's gonna be crazy. The podcast is crazy. I'm telling y'all want to subscribe.
Oh, definitely. I'm about to go do that myself.
Please,
And I
please.
didn't know it was starting back this Sunday. I
Yeah,
was like looking for a date soon to come, but okay, this Sunday. That's what's
yeah,
up.
yeah. Yeah, we shooting
That's
this
what's up.
Thursday. We actually shooting tomorrow morning. And
Oh,
that episode will drop this
on
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah,
Okay. Can't
every other
wait. Can't wait.
Sunday
Wait a
now.
minute. What time on Sunday? Like, is it Sunday in the morning? Because I'm in church all day. So
No,
will
for
I
sure.
have time in between service? So I gotta like put my pod in
No,
and
no,
then go.
it's in the evening, six
Okay,
o'clock.
in the evening. Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
The episodes drop at 6 o'clock
6
on Sunday.
o'clock.
Every other
There
Sunday,
we go.
6 p.m. Yeah,
That's good. So I can make it through church and then I can be in Ramiko's rehearsal listening. So
yeah.
that's fine. That's fine.
Get it together. Can I explain?
Yeah, go ahead. Go
Are
ahead. Go
y'all
ahead.
time?
Go
I'm
ahead.
good.
No, you
Um,
go ahead.
so I started the podcast 2 years ago, right? But I just kind of had to take a break. I had so much going on, and if I do something, I want to do it at a high level, right? I
Mm,
really want to do it in excellence, and so I had to just kind of take a break. But the reason why we started this podcast is to kind of do exactly what you guys are doing, and
mhm.
everybody who has a podcast is to just highlight those people who are doing great things in the community, right? Especially entrepreneurs. Like we
Yeah.
really want to highlight other people who have businesses, small businesses, man. And you know, I wanted to be able to shine a light on them because you know we have great product, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I teach on marketing. I teach master classes on branding and marketing. And a lot of times we have great product as entrepreneurs, but we lack the marketing side.
Mhm.
We like letting people know that we got great product.
Yeah.
And so we want to give that spotlight to entrepreneurs, and not just to entrepreneurs, but people who are doing good things in our community, man,
Yeah.
who's doing positive things. We want people to know about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is why I called it Get It Together. So when I do like motivational videos, I'll post
Mhm.
on social media.
Yeah.
And at the end, I'll always say, I love y'all. I need y'all to get it together so we can get it together.
Uh,
You know what I mean? And it's like we don't have to war against each other. We don't have to
mhm.
kick each other down to get up. We can share information with each other. We can promote each other.
Yep.
And when I light your fire, it doesn't put my fire out.
Yeah,
Actually,
mine.
I take my candle and I light your wick, that fire, it's bigger for the moment. It's actually bigger,
Mhm.
right? And so we can get it together, man. So that's why I called the podcast Get It Together. Shout out to my co-host, Bernard Fields. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
He about to go crazy. This
Uh,
Sunday gonna be fun. I promise y'all. Tune into this next episode on Sunday, 6 p.m. on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to
I
our YouTube channel.
I love that, y'all. Y'all heard it here. We pushing it. Like he said, it don't hurt to push somebody else.
Mm-mm.
Don't hurt to push somebody else. I love that.
It
It
don't.
does not cost you nothing.
It costs you
So
nothing, man.
cost you
And
nothing.
nobody has ever said so. We allow other businesses to promote their business at my kiosk in Kenwood Mall.
Mm.
So on our screen, it's a slideshow and it's promoting other businesses, right? If you guys want to do that, just reach out to me.
Yeah.
It's only $130 for 30 days. You get a whole month up there with all
And
that
it's just
traffic.
oh,
It's a great deal, right?
yeah.
But nobody has ever came up to my kiosk and said, wait, who was that? Who was that I just seen? What clothing line was that I just seen? And said, all right, I changed my mind. I'm not going to buy anything from you today. I'm going to go there and support them. It's never happened.
Mm-mm.
They still purchase my product,
Still purchase. Yep.
right? But we think promoting somebody else is going to take away from us.
Yeah.
Actually, I would beg to differ that the opposite actually happens. When somebody see you loving on other people and promoting other people, it makes them want to support you more,
Even the more. Yep.
even more.
Yep.
So
Even more.
we can
I
share. We
love
can,
it.
we can get it together, man.
Definitely. I love it. And I'm tuning in on Sunday. I'm about to go subscribe so I can listen to the other ones because
Yes, check the other two out.
yes, I gotta check the other two out. Gotta check the other two out. I'm excited about it. Thank you though so much. We thank
Man,
you. We thank you. We thank you. You
thank
kicked
y'all.
off this Father's Day session like real. Like I knew you was gonna do it anyway. So thank you for spending this time with us. We appreciate you. Y'all go get y'all good company,
Yes,
apparel,
yes.
support,
Thank,
support, support. Don't
thank.
hurt. It don't hurt the support. So do me a favor. We're gonna get off. Stay backstage for 2 seconds. When we get off. But thank you so much, y'all. We here every Wednesday, 6:30. We're doing this conversation thing. I took that from somebody else. I need to stop saying
Conversation.
conversation. I need to stop saying.
I love it.
I need to stop saying that. But anyway, y'all, we here every week. I love it. We're gonna have a great conversation next week. We're having a panel discussion,
Mm,
phenomenal men talking about fatherhood. We're gonna do this. So
yes.
join us next Wednesday. Love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Until next Wednesday. It's supposed to be gone by now, but I'm sure.